Good evening, folks, and welcome to Maritime Athletic Profiles on YouTube for tonight's coverage of the 902 Hoops League Division II semifinal. First of a doubleheader tonight in the semifinal. We've got Monday Mayhem taking on Above the Rim. Monday Mayhem in purple and white, Sacramento Kings jerseys. Above the Rim in black and white. Here's a man tearing it up at this gym every day. Iffy, shout out. So, my name's Alan April. I'll have the call of tonight's semifinal, and it should be a good one. A lot of talented athletes on the floor here. It is Division II, but Maritime basketball fans will be very familiar with some of these names out here tonight. We've got guys who play professionally on both teams, and Tyler Scott and Nate Anderson, and university standouts such as Jaden Norden and Cordero James, and quite a few others. We'll get all through the roster as we go here, but once again, we'd like to thank you for tuning in and watching live coverage of the 902 Hoops League on Maritime Athletic Profiles, the best men's league in Halifax. I'll say it's the best men's league east of Montreal. As we're set to get underway here, doesn't look like either team's going to have to turn their jersey inside out, so we got black versus purple. Just a dream for a commentator. Starters for Above the Rim, Jaden Norden, Corey Hollett, Tyler Scott, Devin Downey, and Liam Glenn. And for Monday Mayhem, that's Peter Gilmore taking the tip, Parker McIntyre with it now, along with Nate Anderson, Rick Maloche, and Riley Colley. And Parker McIntyre, the 6'5" forward out of Moncton High School, with an easy lay off the opening tip, puts Monday Mayhem up 2-0. Scott now kicks for Corey Hollett, and Hollett, knocked down three-point shooter out of Mount St. Vincent University. He's won quite a few championships in this league as a member of Team Kizzy in Division I. Riley Colley's three-pointer is off. Glenn with the rebound, long outlet there from Norden, up ahead for Scott. Now Glenn, the trailer, knocks down the triple. Both teams off to a hot shooting start. And Liam Glenn could be an X factor in this matchup. Glenn, 6'6", out of Ottawa, Ontario, competes for the national Team Canada cadet 3-on-3 team, or Army 3-on-3 team. And we're going to get a personal foul here against Jaden Norden. That'll be his first. I'm also going to try my best to keep track of scorers and fouls here. As there's Parker McIntyre, hoop and the harm, count it. Strong baseline drive for McIntyre, and he's got 4 points on the line, looking for the three-point play. McIntyre has been a real good piece for every team he's played on in this 902 Hoops League. And he hits the free throw. 5 points for Parker McIntyre. All 5 points thus far for Monday Mayhem. Now Norden driving. Maloche was on his hip, and that's going to be a foul on the baseline against Maloche. His first personal. Saw Maloche was named to the all-defensive team of Division II, but he's got a tough matchup against the former CCAA All-Canadian. And there is Tyler Scott. Talk about All-Canadians. One of the most prolific scorers in U Sports basketball history. Former pro with the Island Storm and Halifax Hurricanes after a standout university career that began at Acadia. And he went on to UPI, where he was the leading scorer in the nation one year and a multiple-time All-Canadian. Maloche left open, straightaway three, no. Norden tracks down the rebound, and Monday Mayhem is off and running. Norden, pull-up triple, knocks it down. Hot shooting start here. A trio of triples from 3 different players for Above the Rim, and that's going to be an offensive foul against Riley Colley. So Colley whistled for the charge, and after the 3 by Norden, Above the Rim has opened up an 11-5 lead. 4 different starters have scored already, very balanced through the first 2 minutes of this one. Norden again, halfway down, rims out, but Liam Glenn unable to get the putback to go. McIntyre with the rebound, spins away from the double. McIntyre drives and dishes, and it's going to be another offensive foul, this time against McIntyre. Savvy move there by Norden, expecting the dump off and taking the contact to the chest. That's going to be McIntyre's first personal. Hollett finds Glenn at the high post, spinning, and can't get the roll. Good take, just unable to finish. This is Nate Anderson. You can't leave him open, as Above the Rim Monday Mayhem got lucky. Sorry, that is Above the Rim. They got lucky there. Anderson, a former standout at St. Mary's University, where he was a member of the CIS at the time. Actually, it was CIAU at the time, national champions. Hollett's three out. Glenn taps it out for Downey. Now Glenn, free throw line jumper. And he's getting plenty of good looks here. He did knock down that opening three, but has gone a bit cold since. Now Guilfoy spinning. Will hand it off for Milosh. Milosh kicks it out top for Anderson. Shot clock down to 10. Cauley, free throw line floater, and nothing but net for Riley Cauley. Cuts it to a 4-point above the rim lead, 11-7 with 6:25 remaining in the first quarter. Hollett around the Scott screen. Now Downey, nice entry for Glenn, count it, and one. Liam Glenn with good post position, and that's going to be, I believe, the second personal against Peter Guilfoy. And Guilfoy will check out as Zach Frazier replaces him. Frazier, 6'2" wing out of Prince Andrew High School. So Liam Glenn on the line looking for his 6th point of the night, and he gets it. And it is 14-7 in favor of Above the Rim in black. Cauley, corner triple, no. Hollett with the rebound. These two teams did meet previously this season, and I hear Monday Mayhem beat them by upwards of 30 points. As Nate Anderson walks into the pull-up three, wanted the and one. Now Downey coming the other way with it, and you got to stop this team in transition. Stephon Downey puts the lead back up to 6, 16-10. 5:38 remaining in the first. Anderson, triple, no. Glenn, long outlet for Scott. 2-on-1 here. Drops it off for Hollett. Lots of contact, no whistle. And Hollett can't believe it. Now Mayhem have numbers the other way. Cauley drives. No call for a no call on either end. Officials letting them play. Nice pass in transition. Downey can't get it to go. Milosh took a seat in the bleachers. Now McIntyre, triple, no. Play getting a little sloppy here, and Hollett is going to slow it down. Now looks for Glenn on the entry. Nice catch. Kick out. Tyler Scott. Extra pass. Hollett. Triple. No. Again, contact there, but the officials are letting them go. We're seeing no calls on both sides. It is a men's league game. Can't expect every call. As we're going to get our first substitutes of the night in for Above the Rim. It will be number 3, TJ Hollett, and number 17, Jordan Kelly. Hollett, 6'3" forward at Cole Harbor High School. Kelly, guard, played at Halifax West, was a teammate there of Tyler Scott. Now teammates again. A bump on the pass there. Foul's going to go against Zach Frazier. And we'll get another substitution checking in. I'm not sure who it was. Oh, number 7, Adam Ehler is in for Monday Mayhem. Ehler, 6-foot guard out of Auburn Drive High. As Devon Downey misses the first, hits the second. 17-10 the score here. Liam Glenn leading the way for above the rim with 6. Parker McIntyre with 5 for Monday Mayhem. Now Anderson brings it across the timeline, looking for McIntyre on the entry. Norden brings the double. McIntyre still gets to the rim. Count it and 1. Parker McIntyre is a problem down low. He's got 7 of Mayhem's 12 points and looking for the free throw here. That foul against Javi Sabaniel, who just checked into the game. And McIntyre converts the free throw. He's up to a game-high 8 points. So Glenn will check in, replacing Norden. Monday Mayhem matching up man-to-man. Kelly lost it. Now Scott, he's got Colley on him. Wow, tough pass, skip to the corner, haul it. Baseline pull-up, no. Sabaniel had a chance at the rebound, but unable to corral it, and here come Mayhem the other way. Anderson crosses over. Hesitation, drops it off down low. Too low for McIntyre. Tyler Scott the other way. Smooth with the finger roll, and extends the lead back up to 6. Ealer now, cross half court, over for Anderson at the left wing. Frazier brings the screen, Anderson. Glenn switches on to him. Anderson stopped his dribble, now Colley puts up a 3 and knocks it down. Riley Colley connects from deep. 5 points for him. It's a 3-point ball game. Oh, but Tyler Scott answers right back with a deep triple. Anderson looking for the answer, no. Scott with the rebound, and he'll slow it down. Always curious if these teams actually have any plays. Has Scott pull up jumper from the elbow, no. Haul it, unable to get the second chance opportunity to go. Now here come Monday Mayhem. Anderson is going to attack this matchup, or he should have, but he'll swing for Colley. Deep triple from Riley Colley, maybe too deep. Rebound. Scott, headmans for Kelly. Scoop layup, no. And it's going to be Monday Mayhem ball heading the other way. As we'll get a couple more substitutions in here. As Norden will check back in for above the rim. And Ryan Dupre checks in for Monday Mayhem. Dupre, 6'4", played at Ottawa University. Norden now rejects the ball screen, acrobatic take to the hoop, and he scores the finger roll. 5 points for Jaden Norden. 8-point lead now for above the rim. Anderson probing in the lane, circus shot for Nate Anderson. Switching hands and getting it to go with the right hand. That's 5 for Anderson, and his team trails by 6. Norden. Anderson walls him up. Norden with the athleticism able to get to the finger roll. Jaden Norden off to a strong start, as are above the rim. Their offense really clicking through the first 8.5 minutes here. Colley looking for a call. Nothing doing. Above the rim coming the other way. It's Norden. Colley all over him, and that's a good call. Jaden Norden will head to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Jaden Norden on the free throw line here. Former Citadel High Phoenix. Started his university career at, sorry, 1 second here. At UPEI, University of Prince Edward Island. As Norden, did he hit both of those or just one? Did he make both those or just one? He made both, okay. So that is 9 points for Jaden Norden. And his team is up 28-18 with just over a minute remaining. Malosh back into the game, I believe with just one foul. Frazier, he'll put up a triple. No, too strong. Kelly gets it, and Norden heading downhill again. Good defense by Anderson. Norden hits the deck, tied up. It will remain above the rim ball. Norden looking for the foul call, but he's not going to get it. Pretty sure that. Oh, something just changed with my audio. Hey, Dylan. Oh, we're good. As we're going to get a free throw here. I didn't see who the foul is on, but Jaden Norden knocks down the first. And hits the second. Above the rim, up 30-18. 36 seconds remaining. Anderson. Ealer halfway down, rims out. Above the rim can hold for the last shot if they like. 30-18. 21 seconds remaining. Jake Tavener just checked in for his first action for above the rim. Norden puts up the floater. No. Malosh with the rebound. Time for one shot. 3 seconds remaining. Malosh fakes, puts it up. True rim, but unable to get it to drop, and that will do it for the first quarter. 30-18 the score in favor of above the rim. You're watching live coverage of the 902 Hoops League Division II semifinals right here on Maritime Athletic Profiles. This is going to be Monday Mayhem. Am I up? Monday Mayhem ball to begin the second quarter. They trail by 12. Parker McIntyre to inbound. He's leading the way with 8 points. But Jaden Norden leading all players with 11, including a perfect 4 of 4 from the free throw line for above the rim. Now Ealer, Tavener with a nice defensive play, but whistled for the foul. Looked to get ball, but maybe a little bit of body underneath, as that will put Ealer on the line to shoot two. Adam Ealer makes the first. Misses the second. TJ Hollett with the rebound. Nigel Brown into the game for his first action for above the rim. And he hits the deck. McIntyre, tough angle on that left-handed lay-in, unable to get it to go. Now Hollett thought about the three. He'll put the three up. It's off. Downey with the rebound. And back out for Hollett. This time, has patience, and has the distance. Knocks down the triple to extend the lead back up to 14. Anderson, marked by Scott. This is a heck of a matchup right here. A couple of former pros going at it. Anderson, hesitation. Unable to get it to go off glass. And we're going to get a foul here against Monday Mayhem. And Nigel Brown just with a totally unnecessary push to Malosh for absolutely no reason. Now Nigel Brown will bring it up court after an unnecessary push. Brown drives and turns it over. Pushes the guy on one end, turns it over on the next. We're going to get a baseline inbound here for Monday Mayhem with 8:28 remaining in the second quarter. They trail by 14. McIntyre, the high man with 8 points. McIntyre drives, takes a bump, no whistle. Now Scott coming the other way. Tyler Scott gets downhill. Milosh goes flying, and Scott floats it up and in. The lead is up to 16. That's 9 points for Tyler Scott. Anderson, off the dribble handoff. He'll kick it over for Rick Milosh. Milosh drives middle on Brown. Lots of contact, no whistle. McIntyre puts it up and in. Parker McIntyre continues to be the top scorer for Monday Mayhem. Hollett, triple, just made one, unable to connect on that one. Now Ehler with the rebound, and here come Monday Mayhem. Ehler crosses over, drives, tough take with the left hand, up and in. Cuts the lead back down to 12 with 7:30 remaining. Brown, off for Downey. Now Tavener drives left and gets it to go off glass. I didn't have Jake Tavener written on my score sheet. I'm going to have to, he already has a foul and 2 points, so. And here's Nigel Brown, 3, not even close. And Brown will sub out. So it's going to be Monday Mayhem ball here, 7:07 remaining. Substitutions for both sides. Liam Glenn and Jordan Kelly back in for above the rim. Peter Guilfoyle and Riley Colley in. Nice entry there from Anderson for McIntyre. McIntyre triple teamed and called for the travel. Scott, Milosh thought about picking him up full court and decided against it. Now Scott driving. Good defense by Milosh. Scott unable to get it to go off glass, tough angle. Anderson evades the pressure from Scott. Anderson into the lane, takes a bump, counted and one. Nate Anderson, just a savvy vet. Uses his pace so well. You need to respect the three-point shot, and he can take you off the dribble. Finish through contact. Anderson, chance here for a three-point play. Doesn't get the free throw to drop. Now Hawley, deep triple, or Hollett rather, and he knocks it down. Corey Hollett, his second three ball of the night. His team is up 15. Anderson looking to answer. Too strong, rebound out for Riley Colley. Colley will drive and puts it up and in with the left hand. 7 points for Riley Colley. Above the rim leads 40-27. Scott around the Glenn screen. Glenn fakes McIntyre, drives, has that shot erased by Guilfoyle. Nice block. Now McIntyre takes a bump and gets it to drop. And Parker McIntyre, the high scorer of all players here today, he's got 14 points. But his team trails by 11. As Zach Frazier will check back in for Mayhem. So Nate Anderson played at St. Mary's University from 1997 to 2002. That would make him mid-40s, I'd say. And you see he's still out here balling like he was back in 2002 when he was an AUS an AUS first team All-Star. As Norden can't finish the lay-in. Colley straightaway three, no. Frazier with the rebound. Anderson now. Manned up by Norden. Frazier brings the screen. Anderson. Tough take, floats it up from the baseline. No, gets his own rebound. No, Frazier, no. 3 chances there for Monday Mayhem, nothing doing. Glenn Whistled for the charge. Great defensive positioning there by Rick Malosh. And I've got it as Liam Glenn's first foul. I might have missed a couple fouls here, though. Anderson around the Frazier screen. Anderson steps back into a jumper. Cash money, Nate Anderson. 9 points for him now, and the lead is down to 9. Devon Downey over for Liam Glenn. Glenn fakes, drives. Unable to finish. McIntyre with the rebound. Mayhem have numbers going the other way. McIntyre walled up by Kelly. Now Anderson. Malosh thought about the three. He'll swing it for Cauley. McIntyre down low. Blocked by Glenn. And Norden will bring it across half court for above the rim. Norden has Malosh on him. Swings to the corner. Jordan Kelly wide open. Can't get the corner three to drop. McIntyre with the rebound, under 4 remaining in the first half. McIntyre, dribble handoff here for Anderson. Haul it. Good job there, not allowing Anderson outside of his body, but Anderson steals it away and cashes the three. Nate Anderson, nasty Nate, has cut it to a 6-point above the rim lead. Anderson up to 12 points. Norden, 3, no. Glenn with the rebound. Frazier pokes it away, and Anderson comes away with the steal. Another 3 could cut it to a single possession game here. And we have a whistle away from the ball. We had a technical on above the rim. Not sure who the technical was on, but Monday Mayhem's going to take a timeout. Score was 30-18 after the first quarter, so it's a 16-10 run in this second quarter for Monday Mayhem. Nate Anderson and Parker McIntyre have combined to score 26 of the 34 points for Monday Mayhem. So Anderson shooting the technical free throw. And knocks it down for his 13th point of the night. 5-point lead as Monday Mayhem has won the second quarter 17-10 thus far. Frazier to inbound. McIntyre on the post seal against Downey. One-on-one, McIntyre spinning. Good position. Flicks it up, can't get it to go, but gets his own rebound with a little help from Frazier. And Frazier will bring it out and turn it over. Looking for the no-look pass. Tyler Scott, 2 hands with authority in transition. Tyler's still getting up like the UPEI days. You love to see it. That's 13 for Tyler Scott. Cauley looking to attack, spins, can't get the lane to go. Numbers again for above the rim. Haul it, corner triple, no. Malosh tracks it down. Anderson can't get that leaning 3 to go. Scott evades the trap, gets it ahead for Glenn. Now haul it. Around the Glenn screen. Beautifully done in the pick and roll, and Glenn will finish that every time. Great 2-man game, good patience there by Hollett. And Liam Glenn, he's up to 8 points. Lead is back up to 9. Monday Mayhem cut it down to 5. Nice entry, McIntyre counted and won. McIntyre and Anderson have showed some great chemistry tonight. That's 16 points now for Parker McIntyre. Chance here to get his 17th point from the line. McIntyre, the 6'5" forward out of Moncton High. And he makes his third free throw. That's his third and one of this game. Cuts it back to a 6-point game with just under 2 minutes remaining. Glenn finds Scott on the handoff. He'll put up the 20-footer. Can't get it over the front rim. Anderson now. He's manned by Hollett. Anderson shaking and baking, and he is fouled by Hollett. That's just a real tough one-on-one matchup. Anderson uses that low center of gravity extremely well. That spin move, he's going to come right up under you. And if you give him any space, he's going to cash the three as Anderson hits the first free throw. Back down to a 5-point lead, so Monday Mayhem sticking around despite some great play from Tyler Scott and Jaden Norton. Anderson hits both. Oops, gave that to the wrong guy. That's 15 for Nate Anderson. Norton held up. Frazier arguing he had all ball, but Daryl Johnston saw otherwise. Just the second team foul for Monday Mayhem, so we'll get a baseline inbound here with 1:18 remaining in the first half. Lead is down to 4. Above the rim led by as many as 14 in the first quarter. Scott open on the cut, and Tyler Scott up to 13 points to lead above the rim. Cauley. Downey providing some great full court pressure. Now McIntyre spins away from Norton. McIntyre flips it up and in. Parker McIntyre having himself a day. That's 19 points for Parker McIntyre. Lead is back down to 4. Norton, triple, no. Rebound tapped out by Glenn. Scott from 30 feet, nothing but net. Tyler Scott. If you know Halifax hoops, you know he is a knockdown shooter. And always has been, always will be. Anderson looking to answer, no. Rebound will remain Monday Mayhem. With 25 seconds remaining, Frazier gets it in for McIntyre. He missed the layup. Now Scott has Anderson on his back. Scott around the Glenn screen. Glenn flattened him, and that's going to be offensive. It's the second personal on Liam Glenn. Actually, might be the third. Anderson gets it in for Ehler. 4 seconds remaining. McIntyre. Step back three. No good. So, well, that was a really good second quarter by Monday Mayhem. They outscored them 24-19, but still trail by 7. Parker McIntyre leading all scorers with 19 points. His teammate Nate Anderson right behind him with 15. Tyler Scott has 16. Jaden Norton has 11. And Liam Glenn has 8 to round out the top scorers for above the rim. I'm going to step aside for just a minute here. We'll be right back. You're watching live coverage of the 902 Hoops League semifinal on Maritime Athletic Profiles. And we're back, live coverage of the 902 Hoops League Division II semifinal. Above the Rim leads Monday Mayhem 49-42, led by Tyler Scott with 16 points. Scott inbounds it for Downey. Downey, open corner three, halfway down, rims out. Nate Anderson, who has 15 for Monday Mayhem, will bring it across the timeline. Anderson using the screen from McIntyre, and Anderson flips it up and in. Such a crafty scorer in the pick and roll. Nate Anderson's been doing it for 25 years and doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime soon. Scott, step back, long two. Can't get it over the front rim. Hollett, nice rebound down low. Downey battling, and he'll finish for his 5th point of the night, and the lead is back up to 7. Parker McIntyre, the lead scorer of all players with 19 first-half points. Anderson and McIntyre working that two-man game as they did in the first half. Anderson, deep three, rims out. Malosh, good hustle to earn his team the second chance. Now Cauley. Scott. And Cauley can't get it to go, but put back up and in by Ryan Dupre. And that cuts it to a 5-point above the rim lead. First two of the night for Ryan Dupre, the former Ottawa Gigi. Now Jaden Norden drives middle. He'll kick to the corner. Hollett, open, catch and shoot three, knocks it down. Corey Hollett is a sniper from distance. That is his 3rd three of the night. 9 points for him, and the lead is back up to 8. Above the rim led by as many as 14 in the first quarter. Monday Mayhem cut it all the way down to 3. But a good start to the third quarter for Above the Rim has them back up 8. Malosh. Hollett's going to pick him up at half court. Now Anderson. Norden guarding him. Around the McIntyre screen. Anderson gets downhill, floats it up. So tough. You wouldn't think a 5'5" guy could get in the lane and score as easily as Nate Anderson does, but I'll tell you, he uses that stop so well. Stops on a dime and takes what space you give him. Big collision, and it's going to be an offensive foul against Corey Hollett. Second time this game, Rick Malosh has drawn the charge. And you see why he was on the Division II all-defensive team. And that foul against TJ Hollett, his first. Cauley now. Around the Dupre screen. Cauley knifes into the lane, flips it up. Tough finish there for Riley Cauley. He's got 9, and the lead is back down to 4. So every time Above the Rim gets their lead above 8 or 9, Monday Mayhem and Nate Anderson go on a quick run. Another great defensive play by Malosh. 3-on-1 the other way. McIntyre ran over Scott, and they called the block. And I can't believe it either. You got to replay that? I can't see the replay, but take another look at this one at home and let me know what you think. McIntyre just flattened Tyler Scott, but McIntyre will be back on the free throw line where he's 3 of 3 in this game. Had 19 first half points. Did the 6'5" forward out of Moncton High. And that foul on Tyler Scott, his first. McIntyre, first miss of the day from the line. He hits the second. Game high 20 points for Parker McIntyre. Scott will bring it across half. His team up 3. Scott spins off Cauley, floats it up, and gets the roll. Tough take there by Ty Scott. That's 18 for Tyler Scott. Malosh, quick catch and shoot 3, no good. And it's going to be above the rim ball heading the other way. Scott. Pull up three, no. Rebounded by McIntyre. McIntyre, hands all over him. Malosh now will settle it down on the right wing. Colley, marked by Norden. Colley gets it back. Shot clock down to 10. Colley knifes in. No good on the floater, but McIntyre is there. He has been a problem down low all night. 22 points, and his team trails by 3. Just notice no Cordero James for Monday Mayhem. Another player, former SMU Husky, who was named to the all-defensive team. Nice drop off there. Hollett for Downey. And Downey up to 7 points for him. TJ Hollett, rather, with the steal. Gets it back from Norden. TJ Hollett cashes the triple. And just like that, the above-the-rim lead is back up to 8. Quick 5-0 run. And another near steal for Hollett. Dupre puts up the 3. No, McIntyre flying in. Didn't have it in his hands for the putback. Anderson straightaway 3. Off back rim. And Hollett corrals the rebound as TJ Hollett, that is. Corey Hollett hit the deck on the other end. Now Colley with the steal. McIntyre, triple. No. Scott with the rebound. Scott. Triple. No good. Here comes Malosh. Out for Colley. Catch and shoot 3. No. Scott corrals the rebound. Just looking here at some all-stars. I'll talk about them in a second. It's Corey Hollett working on the right wing against Anderson. Hollett gets Anderson on his heels, puts up a 3. That's short, but Devon Downey has been clutch today. That's 9 points for him. Downey, the kind of guy they're not running any plays for, but he's just finding himself open space under the hoop and converting. So let's talk about the all-stars from these two teams. First team all-stars from above the rim, Jaden Norden and Tyler Scott. Scott was also on the all-defense team. As Colley, long outlet, and Guilfoy will finish. Meanwhile, for Monday Mayhem, Nate Anderson was a first-team all-star. Parker McIntyre was a second-team all-star. And Rick Malosh, as well as Cordero James, who is not here today, were all defense. Tough triple there by Jaden Norden. Norden up to 14 points. Second on the team in scoring behind Tyler Scott. And the lead is up to 11. Wow. Awkward shooting form there for Dupre. And one and done there for Monday Mayhem. As this game's starting to slip away from them. Norden downhill. Takes the hit, and he'll head to the line to shoot 2. Foul there against Rick Malosh, his 3rd. And Monday Mayhem will take a timeout, trailing by 11 with 3:17 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Coming up next, we've got another exciting Division II semifinal as HFX Grizzlies will take on Akatsuki. That will tip off at 9:15. Let's call it 9:20. So there's still 13 minutes and 17 seconds remaining in this game. And, well, busy week here in the 902 Hoops League as the playoffs wrap up, and all the action will be here on Maritime Athletic Profiles. Tonight's D2 semifinal doubleheader. Tomorrow a doubleheader, the Division I finals. Top Gear Auto, the #1 seed against R&B Kitchen at 8:10 p.m. here from University of King's College. You can watch that live on Maritime Athletic Profiles. And then at 9:15 p.m., I'll be playing in the Division III finals. It's the Windjammers against the Nets. I won't be doing commentary because I'll be on the court, or at least on the bench. So go Windjammers. As Jaden Norden hits the first of 2 free throws. And then on Thursday night, the winner of this game and the winner of the next semifinal will meet for the D2 championship. Norden hits both. That's 16 points for him. Ehler, nice take in transition. Lead is back down to 11. Norden calling for the screen from Glenn. Glenn brings the screen on Anderson's left. Hallett, catch and shoot 3, too strong. Cauley with the rebound, and here come Monday Mayhem the other way. Cauley downhill into traffic, and that's going to be a travel. And it'll be above the rim ball heading the other way. Above the rim lead 68-57, 2:30 remaining in the third quarter. Norden looking to break down Dupre, and he'll head to the line to shoot 2. First personal for Ryan Dupre, second team foul of this quarter. And Jaden Norden back on the free throw line where he's a perfect 6 for 6. Make that 7 for 7. 17 points for the CCAA All-Canadian standout from University of King's College. Also played university ball at UPEI and Holland College in Prince Edward Island. Bad screen there by McIntyre, no whistle, and he'll take advantage. That's 24 for Parker McIntyre, game high, but his team trails by 11. Hallett now. Over for Norden. He is going to eat up this matchup of Dupre, and again, Dupre can't do anything but foul. They need to switch that matchup as Jaden Norden will attack him every time. Second personal, third team foul on Monday Mayhem. Norden, catch and shoot 3, no. Cauley with the rebound. Here come Monday Mayhem. It's Anderson. Hesitation into the pull-up 3, nothing but net. Nasty Nate Anderson has cut the lead to 8. That's 22 for Anderson, tying him with his teammate McIntyre for the game high. Liam Glenn flying in, third chance, gets it to go. Glenn has been limited by foul trouble. He's got three fouls, but 10 points now. Anderson and McIntyre have scored 44 of the 62 points for Monday Mayhem. There's a 3 by McIntyre, it's short. And above the rim will take over with just over a minute remaining. They lead by 10. Norden around the Jake Tavener screen. Glenn settles into a 3, no good. Anderson with the rebound. Anderson takes a hit, flings it at the air, expecting the call, no call. He's upset. And above the rim can add on to their 10-point lead here. Norden, hesitation, flips it up, no. And it will be Monday Mayhem ball with 35 seconds remaining. Anderson not happy, letting both refs know about it. Cauley kicks it out for Anderson. Step back. No. Rebound corralled by Norden. And above the rim can hold for the final shot of the quarter. Nigel Brown. He'll drive. And turns it over. Into the hands of Anderson. Kicks it out. Ehler for 3. No. McIntyre. No, it's going to be a foul against McIntyre. And that's his third personal. Not sure what happened on the other end. Riley Colley's upset. Nigel Brown gets it in for Jaden Norden. 3 seconds remaining. Norden to beat the buzzer. No. And that will do it for the third quarter. Above the rim outscored Monday Mayhem 23-20 in that third quarter and take a 10-point lead into the fourth. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, he does. All right, as we get set to begin the fourth quarter, above the rim up 10. Tyler Scott and Jaden Norden leading above the rim with 18 points each. Meanwhile, Nate Anderson and Parker McIntyre have 22 apiece for above the rim. But the secondary scoring of above the rim has been better. Liam Glenn with 10, Corey Hollett with 9, Devon Downey with 9, TJ Hollett with 6. As Devon Downey misses the 3, rebounded by Peter Guilfoy. And here come above the rim, looking to cut into this 10-point lead. Nate Anderson, deep 3 is off. $9:15 remaining. Monday Mayhem looking to come back down 10 in the fourth quarter. Winner will play in the championship final at 9:15 on Thursday as Tyler Scott cashes another long 2. He's got 20 to lead above the rim. We're going to get a foul away from the ball as Devon Downey and Parker McIntyre got tangled up. Downey says he's flopping, but official Daryl Johnston saw it otherwise. So it'll be a baseline inbound here for Monday Mayhem, down 12. In for Anderson. Fakes his man in the air. Bobbles it, lost it, and it will remain Monday Mayhem ball. In for Ealer. Now McIntyre driving. Stripped. It's going to remain Monday Mayhem ball. Not sure how much time's on the shot clock here. 8 seconds on the shot clock. As it's inbounded for Anderson. Yeah, but there's like 4 seconds on the shot clock now, so you can keep forcing these. The clock is running. Okay, now the clock stopped. 4 seconds on the shot clock, and this possession has been about 50 seconds of game clock as it was running up until that last whistle. It's going to be them again. There's got to be 2 seconds. Okay, 3 seconds on the shot clock. But more importantly, this possession has taken a full minute off the game clock. McIntyre to beat the buzzer, no. And so after all that, nothing to show for it for Monday Mayhem. Scott, 3 ball, no. Guilfoy, and the rebound gathered by Ealer. Anderson. Guilfoyle brings the screen. Anderson calls it off. Looking for the post touch for McIntyre. He'll spin off Hollett. Banging down low, lost the handle. TJ Hollett with it now. TJ Hollett down the right wing. Skips it for Downey, and he traveled. Yep. It's the right call. He took that step before putting the ball on the floor. Anderson. His team trailing by 12. They haven't scored in this fourth quarter. McIntyre and Anderson working the two-man game. Anderson, wow. Drops it off for Guilfoyle. He can't finish. Guilfoyle gets his own rebound. McIntyre for three, knocks it down. 25 points for Parker McIntyre, and he cuts the lead to 9. 6:30 remaining. Clock is not running. Downey puts up a three, no. And the clock is completely out now. Okay, there it is. Zach Frazier's over there arguing with a ref who's not even reffing this game. Colley now. Guilfoyle brings the screen. Colley, step back triple, no. But it's going to remain Monday Mayhem ball, baseline inbound with 6:05 remaining in the fourth quarter. And that's kicked right back by Glenn. Eller drops it off for Guilfoyle, and he'll finish. Lead is down to 7. It's 4 points for Peter Guilfoyle. Scott, tough take, spinning into traffic. Him and Anderson all tangled up. And Scott just left the gym. Leave while you're ahead, I guess. Nate Anderson and Tyler Scott, a couple of former pros. They've been going at it all day. Tyler Scott, 22 points to lead above the rim. Quick pass, and Eller finishes off the feed from Anderson. Lead is back down to 7, 5:20 remaining in regulation. Scott. Norden brings the screen. Now Norden. Guilfoyle steals the entry pass. Anderson now gets into the lane, floats it up and in. Nate Anderson, so tough. He's got 24, and the lead is back down to 5. This is a 7-2 run right now for Monday Mayhem. Glenn traveled. Good job by Guilfoyle, getting out to contest the shot. And now above the rim's going to take a timeout as Monday Mayhem has a chance to cut it to a single possession game with a score here. A reminder, doubleheader coming up next. We've got the other Division II semifinal, the Grizzlies versus Akatsuki. Stay tuned. So back on the court now. Mayhem coming out with McIntyre, Anderson, Colley, Guilfoyle, and Maloche. Above the rim with Norden, Downey, Scott, Glenn, and Hollett. Maloche gets the inbound. He'll hand it off for Anderson. cut it to a single possession game with a score here. Monday Mayhem on a 7-2 run. Anderson knifes into the lane, doesn't get the roll. Guilfoyle offensive rebound, stripped away by Scott. 4:20 remaining. Downey puts up the three, knocks it down. Splakak, as it says on the back of his jersey. And extends the lead back up to 8. Devon Downey, 12 points off the bench here. Actually, I think he started. Anderson out for Milosh. Milosh dishes for Anderson. Now Cauley. Anderson, nowhere to go with it. Cauley will drive, lots of contact, and he'll head to the line to shoot two. Foul's going to go against Downey. Kyle Juszczyk. Kyle Juszczyk. Riley Cauley hits the first. 10 points for Cauley, cuts it to a 7-point deficit. And Cauley hits both from the line. 3:39 remaining in regulation. Norden. Around the Liam Glenn screen. Norden. Can't get it to go. Contested. Ball is out. Looked like it was off Norden, but the official, Jared, I don't know his last name, saw it differently, and we're going to get a baseline inbound for above the rim. In for Glenn. Glenn goes up, can't finish. He's had a tough day from the floor, has Liam Glenn. Now Cauley. Marked by Scott. McIntyre brings the screen. Deep three by Cauley. Connects. Cuts it to a 3-point lead with 2:48 remaining. Riley Cauley, clutch. 7 points in this fourth quarter for Cauley. 14 on the night, and he's cut it to a 3-point game. Scott, deep three. Doesn't get the roll. And Anderson gets the defensive rebound. Anderson around the Guilfoyle screen, floats it up, no. Milosh hustling for the second chance possession. It's going to go to the arrow, and it's going to be above the rim ball with 2:15 remaining. They lead by 3. Buckle in, folks. This is going to be a finish here from the University of King's College. A berth in Thursday night's Division II final on the line. Scott. Over now for Glenn. Norden. Drives baseline. Connects. Tough hit there by Jaden Norden. Pushing it back up to an 8-point game. Norden has 20. Anderson. Around the McIntyre screen. Anderson. Cauley. 3-ball. Connects. Riley Cauley is on fire in this fourth quarter. He's got 10 of his 17 points in this fourth quarter. Scott doesn't get it to go. And Monday Mayhem with a chance to tie it up or take the lead with a score here. Anderson slipped. Gets back up. Anderson can't get the floater to drop. Norden with the rebound. 1:19 remaining. They lead by 2. Norden is going to kill some clock here. Now looking to break down Milosh. Milosh got a hand on it. And Milosh didn't give him the landing space. Norden is going to head to the line to shoot 2. Jaden Norden, he's a perfect 8 for 8 from the free throw line today. In fact, above the rim has not missed a free throw. They're 11 of 11. And commentators jinx didn't get them, at least not that time. 21 points for Norden here. Pushes it back up to a 3-point lead. And nope, not even the commentator jinx can make Jaden Norton miss right now. He's got 22, tying him with Tyler Scott for the team lead. And they're up 4 with 1:09 remaining. Cauley gets it in for Malosh. Nearly stolen by Downey. Cauley downhill. Can't get the runner to go. Glenn with the rebound. Clock is frozen at 1 minute. As Tyler Scott just banked in a, is that lefty? Tyler, was that lefty? Was that lefty? It was too. That's tough. Scott gets it in for Norden. Under a minute remaining. Norden has the all-defensive team guard Rick Malosh on him. Norden, we're going to drive right. I don't know. That looked pretty clean. Foul's going to go against Malosh, rather. That's his 4th. So Jaden Norden, I'm going to say it again. He's 10 of 10 from the free throw line. Yep. I just want a good game, Trey. First missed free throw of the day for above the rim. They were 13 of 13 prior to that one. Norden splits the pair. 5-point game. Anderson is going to want to get a quick score here. Cauley, deep 3. No. Not even close. Ends up in the bleachers. And with 40 seconds remaining, above the rim, just needs to not turn it over here, and they should be all good. In for Hollett. Now Norden. And Glenn turns it over. Malosh saves it. Anderson blocked by Scott. Huge defensive play by Tyler Scott. He was an all-defensive team player this season for a reason. Ty Scott, more than a scorer, comes up with a big defensive stop to potentially seal the game. They're up 5 with 24.8 remaining. Hollett. Monday Mayhem needs to trap there. And they're not going to foul. They're just going to let the whistle go. Yep. Malosh has 4 already. And he's not going to get that one as Norden says, I don't care if you're trying to foul me. I'm going to get my bucket. And that will do it. Above the rim, going to the Division II championship game. That'll be played Thursday night. Do you have a second headset? I might just do it with this. I'm going to do a player of the game interview. I'm going to be right back here. Actually, we'll break down some stats real quick. Leading the way for above the rim today was Jaden Norden with 25 points, Tyler Scott with 22, and Devon Downey with 12. And for Monday Mayhem, Parker McIntyre led all scorers with 25. Nate Anderson had 24. All right, we're going to grab the player of the game for a post-game interview. We'll be right back. right, here now with tonight's player of the game of the semifinal, Jaden Norton from Above the Rim. Jaden, obviously you know this gym pretty well. You've had some big games in this gym, but what can you say about tonight's win?
It was a real ugly one, I thought. I didn't get off the way I wanted to, but I'm glad everyone brought it today. They saved my skin, but I was happy I could contribute in some fashion. So,
25 points for you, 11 of 12 from the free throw line. You missed that one down the stretch. 22 as well for your teammate Tyler Scott. I want to ask you what it's like playing in a backcourt with Tyler.
Well, whenever me and Tyler get together, I think we're the best backcourt there is. Right, we're unstoppable. What we both bring to the team is defense and buckets in a variety of ways. So, whenever we get together, it's definitely a nightmare for the opposing team.
I'll just ask you about this league in general. As I alluded to, you recently finished up an amazing career here at University of King's College, a CCAA All-Canadian. How important is it for you to have a league like this and continue playing at a competitive level?
Oh, it's everything, right? Like we hear so many times from athletes that there's nothing to do after they're done at their respective schools. So just to have a place where we can compete against all the best talent that played college, high school, or who didn't, right? It's definitely a great treat just to be around basketball and everybody, right? It's a great community. So.
All right, congrats, Jaden. You got the final coming Thursday night. Any expectations? What can people expect to see?
Wait and see. It's going to be a show. That's all I can say.
All right. Thanks again to our player of the game, Jaden Norton, leading Above the Rim to the big semifinal win. They'll be in the final Thursday night. You can catch it live right here on Maritime Athletic Profiles.